we've been traveling the country on a STOL circuit. We know a little bit about these STOL demonstrators today, and so that is why we're here to talk about that. So let's talk a little bit about what STOL is and what a STOL demo or competition might look like and what you're going to see tonight.
Yeah, we have some amazing things for you to see. If you have not seen STOL planes take off and land short, basically in a nutshell, this is a spot landing contest, but you're trying to do it in the shortest distance possible in addition to hitting the line. And so, okay, we've got the aircraft recovered, so we're going to walk out here on the field, and we're going to explain the why we do what we do, and we're going to tell you a little story about the wild. Because the real reason why a lot of these pilots do what they do is they want to take these bush planes with these big cartoon tires, and they want to go out into the wild and have fun with their airplanes. And so I'm going to stand over here. We've got this line where they're setting up this beautiful Rotax flag, and I'm going to stand on this side of the line, and we're going to pretend that the line is the beginning of a sandbar, and I am in the river. And Ryan over there,
hello,
he is on the sandbar.
I like to be dry. I'm not a very good swimmer.
So if an airplane lands over here on this side of the line, it's kerplunk time.
And if the airplane lands over here, you get to go fishing and cook up some brats because we're in Wisconsin.
Yeah, or you can go camping or whatever you want to do. Yeah. So that's the whole purpose of the line, is to execute a precision landing in a safe way and get onto the sandbar, because if you land short of it, you're in the drink.
In a STOL competition or demo, when we land on the wrong side, we call it a scratch. And most competitions, literally this line right here, if you touch this line at all, no go, your run doesn't count. So stakes are high when you're competing.
Yeah, and we have our legendary bush pilot, the venerable Joe Popstory. Let's hear a hand for Joe Popstory. He's the pilot of Coyote Ugly. He's going to be our line judge here today. He's going to be making those important calls as to whether or not the pilots are going swimming or whether the pilots are safely on the sandbar. And so you're going to want to watch him for his call, and he'll make it really obvious for you. And then, of course, Ryan and I will also cue you in as we go through it. Now, as these aircraft are doing their taxi dance out here, we'll make our way back to a safe distance, because this is a real treat. We've got a diverse crew of backcountry pilots here for you today. Everything from certified aircraft that are just basically off-the-shelf airplanes that everybody can fly, all the way to the unlimited class, where the Thrustmaster Generals of STOL come out and they put on a fantastic performance for it.
He needs to copyright that. And it needs to be trademark, Thrustmaster General. So check it out, we got your first heat, your first flight of STOL competitors coming through, and you're going to see airplanes of all different shapes and sizes. Everything from a very classic Cessna 170. We've got the Walk, piloted by Kyle Bushman. That thing is insane. According to I got to see yesterday, it's a 4-seat Super Cub, totally unbelievable.
Barely a Super Cub. Super Cub DNA, but that is a monster of an airplane. Let's talk about this first pilot. His name is Jim Stevenson. He's your hometown favorite. He is here from Wisconsin, and he's in a certified Cessna 140, or 170, I'm sorry. 170. With a classic round tail. And so we're still on hold as we get the airspace cleared. We're waiting for official word from the air boss, and we'll get the party started as these pilots line up on the runway. We've got Big Tuna. We've got all kinds, John Hockla. We've got Kathy Page. We got a female STOL pilot. So all you ladies in the audience that are dreaming of taking your aircraft into the backcountry or racing in the STOL drag, that's a possibility for everybody. We got a foreign airplane, the German Storch, piloted by Levi Nogus.
And then right behind him, you've got Race 44, Steve Henry, normally competing in the unlimited class, and that beast, Yamaha-powered engine. I don't know if he's running the 4 or the 5-bladed propeller tonight. It's moving too fast, of course. But behind him, check it out, a Rand S7, a very affordable aircraft. That airplane, the yellow and white one, piloted by Pat McIntyre, grand champion at Sodbusters, beating Steve Henry in his EAA 8 by 1 foot. I've seen Dan Reynolds in the Chinook land shorter than his airplane is long.
And if you think that's hard to believe, well, we're going to make you believers here today. Because, yeah, I know the winds are calm, and sometimes we have good winds that make those landings and takeoffs much shorter. But some of these airplanes are special, highly modified airplanes. And let's talk about the highly... Okay, here we go. Jim Stevenson on the roll in his certified 170. Rotating into the Wisconsin sky. Probably about 200 feet there, I'd say, in the 170, which is nothing to shake a stick at. That's really short.
I can't take off that short in my 172. Here's Kyle Bushman now in the Boss. This thing is insane.
Yeah, this thing grosses out at about 3,000 pounds. It is a beast of an airplane, just gigantic.
We're getting the tail up.
Yeah, there's some techniques that the different pilots employ, so I'll break down some of the takeoff for you because there's a rotation sequence and you don't want to pull too early because the airplane's not ready to fly. The extra drag created by that rotation will cost you valuable feet. Okay, this pilot's name is Bo Ellis in his highly modified Super Cub. He was no stranger to the backcountry. Wow!
There's a round of applause. This section over here, you guys got it. And now this is a really exciting aircraft. It's called Warhorse.
Yeah, one of the most exciting new designs on the STOL circuit. Just taking the whole industry by storm. This is a custom design with an all-metal wing. Okay, that's what I was talking about. Maybe rotating a little bit too early. If you saw him drag his tail on the ground for a little while, that cost him valuable. What you want to see is maybe that tail maybe kiss the grass, but you don't want to see it drag or bounce. He actually had a little bit longer roll than he probably could have if he waited maybe a half a second.
Here's Jim Stevenson now in the 170, getting it down close to the grass, holding it off. Little burst of power. He's over the line. He's going to get heavy on the brakes. He's going to retract the flaps to get all the weight on the wheels, and he's stopped. Pretty short for go in.
Yeah, one thing that you'll notice is Winnebago County Sheriff's Office has brought a radar gun out there, and if you're looking at that radar gun, Jim was approaching at about 45 miles an hour is all. So we got that fun little treat for you. So if you can see the radar machine over there, we've got actually somebody radaring these airplanes as they come in. And so let's see what this next aircraft approaches at.
So this is Kyle Bushman in the Boss.
Look at that big, beautiful four-place Super Cub. It's going to be a beast in the backcountry, I imagine. Several hundred pounds of moose meat in that airplane. Taking it hunting, camping, having a great time. And it's got room for the whole family.
Corey, you're always talking about moose meat in the backcountry. Okay, here we go. Kyle Bushman holding it up. He's going to give it some power to hold it off. Hold it off some more. Oh, scratch.
He landed right in the drink. He's going swimming. So that in a competition would be a disqualification for that round. And in a competition, you take the combined score, the distance from takeoff, and the distance for the landing, and you add those together and you get a score. But if you land short of the line, it's a scratch for the entire sequence.
Bo Ellis. This is a Legend Cub with a 180, Cessna 180 style tail. Notice the slats on the front of the wings.
Nice high approach. He's coming in at 39 miles an hour, 34, 33. Beautiful landing from Bo Ellis. Coming in just short of 200 feet. That was a beautiful landing from Bo.
Al Stockman to your right in this Warhorse, the Badlands Traveler. Different design than what he normally flies. He's working on building one right now. Little burst of power. Good over
This
the
is
line.
an airplane that Hal has not flown before in a STOL competition. So this is a new aircraft for Hal. So he'll get that dialed in. He came in, gave up a lot of distance on that. But in the backcountry, that's okay. He landed safely on that sandbar, and we like that. But in a competition, he'll get it handed to him if he keeps doing that over and over.
Absolutely. All right, Corey, let's walk through the next lineup. We've got some new airplanes rolling up. We've got a lot of different diversity here. Who's up front?
Joe Dory and his highly modified Pacer aircraft. Wow! That is a Pacer, ladies and gentlemen. And that airplane is not known for STOL tradition.
The short wings, right? Not a lot of lift. Here's Don Hockla now in Big Tuna, race 66.
Yeah, this is the only nose wheel aircraft in the demonstration today.
Giving it a big pull, and he's off nice and short.
Just watches he climbs out, Big Tuna, getting it done.
John Young on the line, checking the controls. Stick, pull back. See that elevator control in the back that controls the pitch. He's got it pull back. He's going to move a lot when he applies the throttle.
Yeah, Ryan mentioning that aft control, that elevator control, that'll give you a really good idea on approach and on takeoff as to the workload that these pilots can have. So how much they use that control surface, it'll give you a really good idea of what they're doing in the cockpit. Now this is our favorite Kathy Page. Really excited to have her in the STOL competition today in the Carbon Cub.
You've seen her in STOL drag. You've seen her in classic STOL comps.
Absolutely. She's earned the nickname the Honey Badger because she is relentless and loves to win.
That goes back in forward and soft.
Beautiful, smooth takeoff from Kathy, showing her expert professional piloting skills.
By the way, I asked Kathy how to get involved in STOL at a good price, and she said the secret is a clipper, a Piper Clipper.
And that's how actually she got started at STOL. She raced the Clipper at the STOL drags and did many STOL competitions for several years. And that's just a testament that you can bring whatever you have and learn how to fly it right on the edge in a comfortable and safe manner. Here's Joe Dory in the Pacer. Beautiful high alpha approach.
34 miles an hour over the line.
Oh, and his dad, Joe Dory Jr., or Sr., giving him the scratch, giving him the no-go dance.
He's got good knees. Those are great knees. You see how he's moving those knees? You like those knees? You like my knees? Not so much. No, she's not impressed. You're not really impressed.
All right, if you look to the right, it's John Hockla in Big Tuna. He's made quite a splash in the STOL competition circuit with this aircraft.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, you bet. It's Tuna. They like to jump. But look at that big, fat wing just scoop in the air like it just don't care.
Hold it off that. Oh, the scratch for Big
Really
Tuna.
difficult to save those when it stalls out for you. Beautiful landing though from John. That was really short, sub 150 feet.
Here comes John Young in the Super Patriot, another one of the, what I would call like a Cub interpretation, a variation on a Cub theme.
Yeah, we have a lot of really good backcountry options. This being one of them, one of the most beautiful kit planes on the market right now.
Low approach, holding it off. That's going to be an easy stretch for John Young.
Let's talk about the conditions and maybe why these pilots are scratching. In a lot of competitions, they like to have that headwind. It slows the whole process down. When you don't have that, things tend to happen slightly faster, so your decision making has to be absolutely on point. Now, high and to the right, Kathy Page. This woman has nerves of steel. I love watching her fly. I'm one of her biggest fans. Let's watch as she comes to the line in her beautiful Carbon Cub, nicknamed Honey Badger.
44 miles an hour, 43.39, over the line, good.
Just greased it in. Beautiful landing from Kathy Page. Fantastic job. Okay, we have something unique here, right? What in the heck is this?
So this is Levi Nogues flying a replica Storch, the a German observation plane in World War II. This is like 85% the size of one that you would have seen back then. The thing that we watched with Levi, we saw it this weekend, is watch how the gear legs extend and extend and extend. Taking a huge bite. There we go.
Levi being very aggressive on his rotation, getting that tail nice and high.
Mowing the lawn. Mowing the lawn.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Thrustmaster General, the world champion, Steve Henry. I'm going to plug my ears for this one, and we're just going to be quiet and let you guys listen to the roar of his Yamaha engine. This is Steve Henry in 44. About a sub 75-foot takeoff in 0 wind. He actually has a little bit of a tailwind right now, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Henry.
That was incredible. What is physics? I don't even know. Here's Pat McIntyre now in the Rams S7. Reminder, he beat Steve Henry by a foot this weekend.
Yeah, we had a wonderful national STOL competition the weekend prior to Oshkosh. And Patrick surprised us all in his lightweight and affordable aircraft. He is somewhat new to the STOL world, but he is making quite a splash with his expert takeoffs. Oh man, we got Dan Reynolds up next.
Dan Reynolds in the Chinook, the Valdez Special. This airplane was built in 1983. It's only got about 126 horsepower before some of the things he's done to it.
Has a no-nonsense approach to STOL flying. He just flies it right off the ground. And it's only 150 horsepower, something like that.
Yeah, it's got a little juice in there every once in a while, but yeah. I always say he floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee in that thing.
Absolutely. Now, high and to the right, this is the Storch coming in. Look at that unique profile. Looks like a bug. One of the things I love about the airplane is when it lands, it just lands so smoothly because of the extreme travel of those shock absorbers. Really allows you to punish it.
Whoa, that was good over the line.
That was a beautiful landing.
That was
very
literally like right after the line.
Fantastic job. That's Levi Nogues. All right, now Steve Henry's got the takeoff masters. Let's see if he can get this landing. These are fairly challenging conditions because the winds are absolutely dead calm, actually leaning towards a slight tailwind. And Steve has been pushing really hard all weekend in the STOL competition, so he likes the risky low approach. This is a little bit more high technical because you'll see him working that throttle and that elevator to the extreme.
Oh, couldn't save it with power though.
Yeah, that is a testament how difficult that approach is, but he knows that if he gets it right, he can get that thing landed really short. As you can see, it was still only like 50 feet long.
And 30 miles an hour before the line there.
Oh man, that is so short.
Pat McIntyre with the wing pods on. I think he's got those on for you guys in the crowd. He doesn't normally compete with them. Here he is, nice and low over the ground, holding it off, Pat. Hold it off, Pat. Inches over the grass. Oh, just a little too short.
That is fantastic landing by Patrick McIntyre. Maybe our shortest landing of the day.
That's why he's the one to watch.
So much fun. Now, this man, it might take a while. This is a unique aircraft, and he has, let's watch the radar. I'm really interested to see, we've never had the radar here before. I'm really interested to see how slow this Chinook can get, but he's going really fast right now. He must be in a hurry. Is it dinner time?
Okay, here comes Dan Reynolds in the Chinook.
Now watch him get slowed down. He'll start working the rudder in lieu of the ailerons. You'll notice his workload by that horizontal surface at the rear of the aircraft. You'll see the workload. He'll just maneuver that around. Between that and the throttle, he has got his work cut out for him.
25, 23 miles an hour, 21. Good over the line for Dan Reynolds. And they got shorty stuff.
Wow.
It's only the first day of Oshkosh. We're already seeing stuff like that.
I think the gauntlet has been dropped. Okay, let's do it again.
Here comes Jim Stevenson. Veterinarian, by the way. I just found that out. Saving puppies, saving dogs.
Okay, here's Jim Stevenson. This is awesome to be able to see the certified airplanes do this. One of the staples in the backcountry, made popular by a really unique crew of fanatics called the 170 Mafia that we love so much. These are fantastic and capable and durable airplanes.
Kyle Bushman, this plane is pretty new, just assembled. Won over the weekend down in Hartford in the touring class. Its gross weight, 3,600 pounds.
Wow. That's a lot. You could camp in the back of it. Pull forward stick to get that tail up. Wow. Short little ailerons and big
Bo Ellis now on the line in the custom Legend Cub. A lot of STOL-specific stuff on this story that you can walk us through.
Yeah, you know, he's got the leading edge glass, he's got the big shots on the nose. Oh, wow. Bo Ellis is no stranger to the backcountry. He runs a little ranch in Northern California. Absolutely beautiful.
And here's Hal Stockman in the Warhorse, built by Jeff Daly. And what I love about Jeff Daly is he built this plane, and he's lending it out to all his friends and saying, look what I built, look what I can do, look what I'm ready to bring to the circuit.
Absolutely. This is going to find its way into the hangar of many a backcountry pilot in the next couple of years. In the same distance as Super Cubs, which is absolutely fantastic. I'd love to see. There may be one of those in my hangar. I got to tell you that.
Maybe we should we can have a builder's race, see who can build it quicker. Here's Jim Stevenson now turning that right base to final.
Beautiful 170, that classic design. I love the round tails. Look at that landing gear just reaching for the earth.
We're in that elevator.
Beautiful smooth landing from Jim there. Rolling out. Let's see how we can get it stopped. Oh, beautiful landing there from Jim.
Here comes Kyle Bushman. And look at the way I said it before, but I'm struck by it as it's coming in over the trees now, that the wing is almost completely flaps. There's just a big ratio of flaps to aileron here. It's an immense airplane. Corey and I got to sit in it yesterday. I needed someone to help boost me up. The cockpit floor is about to my shoulders.
Yeah, I think this airplane's wing stands about 11 feet off the ground. It's way up there. Wow!
Oh, and another scratch.
Look how short he's landing. Right in the neighborhood of about 170 feet right there. That is a beautifully short landing for such a heavy airplane. It looks like the winds aloft are a little bit higher than they are here. And it's starting to swirl. If you look at the line, there's one flag completely calm. The other one has a little bit of a breeze on it. And wake turbulence is a thing in calm winds. So these pilots are giving each other a little bit of extra space for safety. Here's Bo Ellis in his Legend Cub. Look at that rudder just waggle back and forth. Nice job, Bo.
So he gave it a little burst of power to get it over the line, but once you do that, you have more energy moving forward. You gotta get on those binders, get on those brakes, get on those decelerators harder.
Here
with the ChatGPT to do that, by the way.
Galloping to the finish. Getting it stopped short. You know they have that in rodeo where the horses come to a screeching halt, and here it is. Personified in a brand new backcountry beast of an airplane. Hal Stockman obviously getting to know this airplane. That's very uncharacteristic for Hal, as he's one of my crowd favorites, as I know he's yours as well. He is the most famous man on the internet that doesn't even have the internet.
Now it's time for the third heat again. Now, again, let's look at these aircraft. You've got the Pacer right up front, a short-wing Piper, really attainable aircraft that you can do this in at home. Getting the tail up, flaps down.
Joe Dory's from Idaho, and he can be often found flying around his whole family in the back of his Pacer, going camping and fishing and having a great time.
Big tuna on the line, giving it the beans. Working it. Whoa, there we go.
Look how fat that wing is. Looks so beautiful. Here's the Patriot Cub.
John Young at the controls.
Yeah, John Young is no stranger. This is, hey, I just realized this is our 10th year of STOL here at Oshkosh. How about that?
Whoa!
Holy cow.
Pushing that stick forward, getting that tail up, kicking it down. Nice teamwork starting out. Here's Kathy Page in the Carbon Cup. Notice he's got that belly pod on it. I've been told by various pilots and crew chiefs that that actually does increase performance on the aircraft.
Hey, you're taking a little bit of weight. It doesn't make you make it faster to cruise, which is really a unique thing to add more bulbous to the airframe, but making it faster.
Lifting body effect. Someone who's an aeronautical engineer in the crowd can tell us what's up. This guy knows here in the blue shirt. You know how it works probably.
Yeah, he's not.
He doesn't want to talk about it. All right, here we go.
Here's the Pacer, piloted by Joe Dory Jr. Man, I just love watching him round those trees. I've seen him round those trees in the Idaho backcountry. Just an absolute, I love yellow airplanes too. Look at that.
Bumper for Mr. Dory.
Joe must like to swim. Because he's swimming. Well,
here comes Big Tuna. Turning that right, base to final right. Now there he is. Gonna slip it a little bit, it looks like.
A little bit higher approach. He's gonna have to bleed off that energy. One of the things on the approach that these pilots are contending with is that energy management. Managing all that kinetic energy that they've stored with the altitude and dissipating it. Look at how high he's able to happen. Wow!
Punching the tail down.
Just gracefully bringing it in, just a little bit short, but man, what a short landing he's able to achieve in that airplane.
And that's an airplane that anyone in the crowd could build in their garage.
Absolutely, a lot of people are building those in the garage, and if you are, maybe you're a STOL pilot.
Here comes John Young in the Super Patriot.
Those big cartoon tires. Love it. Here we go. He's now in the pocket. He's settling it down, and that is a risky approach, and you can see right there, he is swimming for sure.
Kathy Page on approach. Love those wig wags.
Absolutely beautiful. One other thing you'll notice about Kathy's flying is she is crispy, buttery, smooth, and she is so much fun to watch. You can just tell she's an expert at the controls of her Carbon Cup. A little bit long, giving up a little bit of distance. Now, Ryan, she had a lot of energy on there, a little bit more than she needed. And here's Levi in the shorts. We're going to have some more short takeoffs and landings.
Just like the style points from Levi right now, keeping that tail in the air. That's a useful skill in the backcountry, though.
Yep. And if we're looking at the conditions, we've got swirling conditions. The American flag in the background going one direction, and then the flags on the line going another. So these pilots are dealing with those swirly, twirly, gumdrop conditions.
I'm just laughing at how high Levi's got this tail there. Here comes Yeehaw now, Steve Henry. Look at how he's crouching down on that tail wheel.
Yeah, he's such a master craftsman, so competitive. He is so hard to beat. The Master General, Steve Henry.
Would you ever get tired of seeing that? No, you never get tired of seeing that. That's something else. Pat McIntyre on the line now in the Rams S7. Corey mentioned earlier, this is also a really attainable backcountry airplane. Here he goes now, full throttle. Tail nice and high. Wow. Short one.
Oh, just goes to show you don't need to necessarily have 350 horsepower.
And a custom self-lowering piston tail wheel.
Right, here's Dan Reynolds in the Chinook. Very unique airplane. This is a pusher design. You'll notice the engine and propeller actually sitting behind Dan in the aircraft.
Here he goes.
Absolutely. Just so fantastic watching Dan Reynolds fly. Now high to the right, the scorch is coming in. As the sun falls down, we're going to have some really fun aviation action for you coming up as well. In the paramotor team, I love the RCs guys coming up too.
Oh yeah,
oh,
tonight, and it's just day one. It's going to be incredible, absolutely.
Okay, let's watch his elevator control. See how hard he's working. Look at that thing move around. You can hear the
Nice.
wow! Beautiful. Nice. Great demonstration of control of your aircraft. Doesn't even set the tail down until he's completely stopped. He is a master of the controls of that storage.
Hiding behind the trees now, Steve Henry. There he is.
Steve likes to come in really, really low, like I said before. It pays off for him about half the time. The other half of the time he's swimming. Here he goes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep an eye on those wheels. He's got to keep it off the ground.
Listen to the turbo whine. Oh, too short. I guess he's swimming.
Absolutely risky. Joe Dory out there at the line judge.
Pat McIntyre coming around the bend. It's interesting, I don't know why this matters, but we got two veterinarians. Two veterinarians flying today. He's the other one. Hold it off, Pat. There we go. Little bubble.
Absolutely beautiful landing from Pat now in a competition. He just beat Steve Henry. Horsepower didn't matter.
Right. Even the greats can scratch.
So right now, if this was a competition, Steve would not have a score on the board, and he needs to get something on the board in this third and final round. Here's the Chinook. Quite a different approach. Previous two airplanes coming in, circling around the trees. Dan has such fantastic visibility in the Chinook. Now watch as he slows it down. We're going to start looking at the radar. We've got another Thrustmaster General, Jason Bussard over there. 23 miles an hour.
24.
Holy
24,
so
holding
slow.
steady. He's got that speed pegged at 24. Little power. Good. Oh, just short.
Look how short that landing is. In zero wind or even a slight tailwind condition, he's still getting it stopped at about 50 feet, Ryan.
That's pretty incredible.
I think my house is longer than 50 feet. You could land on my roof.
You know what is 50 feet long?
Two F-14 Tomcats.
One F-14 Tomcat.
No.
Nose to tail is 50 feet long.
He could land it on the back of an F-14 if we put some flight on it. Okay.
Exactly. It's not like I've ever said that to Corey before. Okay, we're rolling out. Give them a round of applause, folks, as they come by. They can hear you in the cockpit.
Great job from our STOL guys. They're on the ground. They can see you wave. Wave your hats. Wave your scarves. Your skirts. Your scarves. Throw them in the air like you just don't care. Thank you very much for coming.